so butthurt that she was giving details about something she could be responsible for.
No, you are accusing her of something. I'm not mad that you're asking her questions, but I am mad that you're accusing her of something.
I don't care what I didn't listen. Based on only what I've heard, you asked for my assessment. I gave it.
And you're more than welcome to. And I'm allowed to disagree, and I'm allowed to feel however I feel on that.
Can you at least wait until we get the details?
Sure.
Great. So anyway, back to this. What else did you say to this guy over the previous 3 weeks? Was there massive fights going on? What was going on?
There's no massive fights. He was going in. Sorry, excuse me. In and out of rehab. So he was struggling with.
What was he going in and out of rehab for?
With alcohol.
Oh. So he's going in rehab. He was struggling.
He was struggling.
Why did you call him a cancer that day?
I said, you don't have cancer. You are the cancer.
Yeah. Why did you say that, though? What did he do?
Because she's mean. She doesn't care.
He was not supporting our daughter, not supporting our daughter.
So he wasn't giving you money?
Mind you, she's just telling her side of the story. Now, it's too bad the guy already ended his life, so we can never really know his side of the story. But what we can learn from this is it's her side of the story, and the women already believe her. The man is trying to ask these different questions to try to get to the truth as much as possible, but the women already believe her, and she's a victim. Yet she's one of the reasons the husband ended his life.
I wasn't getting anything, and I was having her the 100% of the time.
So why this guy's going so why this guy's going to rehab, and trying to kick alcohol, which is one of the worst addictions on planet Earth, and it can kill you. Actually, if you cold turkey from alcohol, it'll fucking kill you. Because you weren't getting any money from him, you called him a cancer.
So it was all about the money.
Is that right?
Look at her. She's gonna lie. Look.
I think that it was not like directly as response to that. He had said something degenerate towards me, and we were bickering, and that's when I had.
It goes back to he did it, so that's why I did it. It's not even, you know what, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said nothing. It was the wrong time. I was mean to him. No accountability. It always goes back to he did say something to me, and that's why I did ABCD. But if a man does the same thing, that I called her this, I did this to her because she did this to me, somebody's gonna say, why don't you take accountability? It doesn't make it right? But she's going, instead of just take accountability. The guy is dead. The one thing you can do is be like, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. That's all.
Who's going through rehab?
Yeah.
Said something to me. What did he say?
I think I don't recall the exact details.
She's lying.
Well, it must not have been that important.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was something that I had snapped at him for. That I was sick and tired of the lies because I didn't know what was what was our reality together.
Now, I never met you before. I didn't know anything about your story, your tale. I've never seen anything, but there was a reason that I guessed it was a suicide. What reason do you think that I guessed that and was basically right? What reason would I have to believe, just as a guess, and it was an easy one, that this guy committed suicide?
That I initiated the divorce?
No.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll just tell you my assessment, just from like having talked with you for so I talked to thousands of women, right? But my guess, and you can tell me if I'm way off base, but have you been diagnosed with mental illnesses yourself?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
None?
Yeah, so if you've never been diagnosed, how did you know that your husband had mental health issues? Isn't that funny how so many women walk around and they're psychologists? They say men are suffering of mental health issues, and they need to see therapists. But for some reason, themselves, they're not psychologists. They're like, they didn't go to school for that, but they diagnose men everywhere.
No.
You take no psychotropic drugs?
I do not.
You take nothing?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm wrong.
She's lying.
I was right in the assessment on the suicide. Just saying. I'll leave it there.
Well, consider that men's suicide rates have just gone up.
Usually they go up because they're like veterans or they're homeless. Sometimes it's directly contributed because they're addicts, but oftentimes it's when they're addicts and they're going through a divorce and there's a lot of demands being placed on them while they're trying to get their shit together. That's where we get the contributions to these suicides.
And you can put the entire argument on me, but
I'm not putting the entire argument on you. I'm just pointing out that there's certain reasons why I assumed that this was a suicide was right.
Highfalutin aura where you think that it has to be due to my
he's dead.
You think
and you
I'm
ain't
bipolar. You think I'm schizophrenic.
Nope, I don't know what the diagnosis is.
What's been your anecdotal expertise on
Anecdotal is right. So it's just like
guys.
When you have like elongated speech with people, you start to realize certain patterns of how people talk, and especially if you talk to different sexes, when they display mental illness with men, it's usually aggressive. Almost every single time I've seen it. They snap, they do things like this, and you can pull it out of them pretty quick. With women, it's usually you can see it usually when they can't collect their thoughts, they can't make coherent sentences, they become easily distracted, things like this. Usually that's a sign of things like, I don't know, BPD and other, just a shot in the dark, you know what I mean? But that's just been my experience. It just didn't surprise me that the second you said that he was giving you cunnilingus and you said that he could have been anybody, I had a gut feeling he died by suicide. I just had a gut feeling.
So because I was feeling unhappy in the marriage, I chose to leave a marriage that was a threat to my daughter and I. After
they always claim I was in fear of my life, I was unhappy, I was this and that, yet they take the same guy to court. Like, if I fear you, like I'm really in fear of my life around you, the last thing I want is anything to do with you. So I don't want your money, I don't want you around me, I don't want nothing from you. But they claim this guy was abusive, I was in fear of my life, I was not happy. For some reason, they all claim they're not happy, right? They're never happy. And then they take that some guy to family court to get child support, to get alimony. But I mean, if you hate me that much, you should hate everything about me. You shouldn't want my money. You shouldn't want anything from me. Isn't that funny? They hate the guy so much, they divorce him, but they don't hate him enough to not want to take his money. That's crazy.
I said some words that I was just,
well,
I was kind of, I mean, we can sit here and be pedantic on this, but the fact of the matter is you don't know the whole story. You don't know what he went through when he was an adolescent.
But I did guess that he committed suicide correctly, didn't I?
The essays he had to undergo through as a little boy. It's the people's lives.
That's exactly what you say to a guy who's experienced SA and was an alcoholic and had all kinds of rosati's. A fucking cancer the day he died.
He has family. He has 3 other brothers. He's got sisters. It's like you put all of it on me.
Do all of them blame you?
Yeah, because you're the wife. The sisters, the brothers were not sleeping in the same bed with him. So if you knew this guy had all these issues when he was a kid and he was vulnerable enough to open up to you about all these things he went through, but you're still mean to him to the extent that he took his own life, that doesn't make any sense. So if you cared so much about his trauma, his past trauma as a kid, the essay he went through, you know, all the issues he had to go through when he was a kid, and you cared so much, why were you saying mean things to your husband until he had to take his own life? Now you're trying to play the victim. This is crazy. Everything the way she's acting right now, she's trying to paint herself like she was this good wife and he was just a bad guy. That's why, guys, before you open up to a woman, just know if it's not your mother, just know there's a 99.9% chance the way you open up to her, being vulnerable, everything you tell her, one day she may use it against you. Unfortunately, it's the truth. So before you open up to a woman, think about it. When the day comes and she has to use this against me, right? Will I be okay with it? If you're okay with it, go ahead and open up. Tell her every secret. Tell her everything about you. But until that day, just know you could be this guy. But anyway, shout out to Whatever Podcast.